Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. My name is Dr. Tom LaHue, and we are going to be looking at the CliftonStrengthsFinder's strength of belief. So let's get beyond belief today. That's so cringy. Okay, so let's talk about belief, what it is, and how we could grow in this strength. Let's see if we can understand it. First, before we jump into this, just a reminder, in the description below is a link to my website, tomlahue.com, where I do coaching appointments with people. Whatever I can do to help encourage you and strengthen you and get you back into the game and help your relationships, you can find out all that information on the website. Also, I got a lot of courses that I offer. I'd love for you to sign up for one of those, and let's learn together and let's grow together. Thanks to my patrons. I really appreciate your support, and if I can come to your team and help your guys on your staff or your team work more effectively with each other and understand each other better, that's what I do. All right, so let's jump into this this issue of belief. Okay, what is it? Well, think of it as like a strong core value system that guides you and directs you. What does this sound like? It sounds like Enneagram 1, right? Okay, and there's a lot of overlap here between 1s, maybe some 2s and 6s, 9s possibly. But let's jump into this. Here's the card, the CliftonStrengthsFinder's card that was given to me. And this is the one on belief. So let's go down this and let's talk about it. Belief. I am, well, first of all, let me read what it says here at the top. Get my nerd glasses on. People exceptionally talented in the belief theme have certain core values that are unchanging. What does that sound like? Out of these values emerges a defined purpose for their lives. Okay, that's awesome. So I know who I am, I know what's right and wrong, I know what I believe, I know what my convictions are, and now that's going to align with what I'm going to do in life. And so there's this deep centered sense of strength that comes from this idea or this strength of belief. I am passionate, uncompromising about my core values. Okay, positive and negative, right? So when you're passionate about your core values, then you're going to be very determined, very centered. But then what if you need to adjust and change in order to accomplish a goal? In other words, what if you need to be more strategic? Can you bend at all on your core values in order to accomplish the objective? And that could be an issue for this person. I will make sacrifices for things that are important. Awesome. Look at that conviction. I will do what it takes. I will dig in. I will take the high road. I will do what's necessary in order to live up to that standard. I bring values, stability, clarity, and conviction. I need a cause or a purpose for which to live. I value altruism, which is like, real love. It's like the love you show that's not trying to get something back from somebody. And I hate anything that does not mesh or align with my beliefs. Now, you got to see there's a strength and a weakness there. I hate anything that does not align with my beliefs. And your belief, like, for example, a type 9 might be that everybody should listen to each other and respect each other, get along with each other. And so you could hold that so strongly that you get very frustrated with somebody who is imposing their conviction or imposing their challenge against that very strongly held belief. So the metaphor for this person is like a missionary for some idea. And the barrier is they could be a little bit set in their ways. Yeah, I would say so, probably. Now this came out, I took the test, right? And so this came out mid-range for me. This was number 16 out of 34 strengths. So I guess I'm kind of right in the center there, right in the middle. It's not, a great strength, but I'm not it's not way down at the bottom either. So I just got some thoughts for you about this issue of belief, about what it is, and then what we can do to grow in this, because my number one gift was positivity. So I'm positive that we can grow, we can develop, we can get better at all of these and adapt and model these in our life. And so that's my goal here through this series, is just let's explain it, and then what can I do to incorporate more of this and grow in this? Okay, so let's talk about what belief is. Number one, I think it's somebody who has a very strong sense of core values. Somebody who's very centered, they know what they believe, they're very strong in their convictions about it, they know what is right and wrong, they know what they will participate in, what they won't participate in, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And these core values create like the center of their identity. So this is somebody that has a strong core. This could even be fours, because fours tend to have that strong center. They know who they are. They spend a lot of time trying to, work on understanding that. And then eventually, they've got this strong core self. So this could be spiritual beliefs, family beliefs, cultural beliefs, convictions, society values. I mean, it can come from a lot of different, or it can be expressed in a lot of different ways. But just that strong sense of, I know what I believe, I know what my convictions are, I know what my beliefs are. Okay. Number two, a passion or a purpose. So I hold these beliefs and I'm very passionate about them. Like, I'm very excited about them. I'm energized about them. I'm upset and frustrated when people conflict with these values or try to knock me off of my values or knock me. And so there's this integrity about this person. Now, they may not get everything right. It's not that they get everything right. It's just that they have integrity in that their external person is aligned with their internal person. I know who my internal person is, and my external person, how I behave, act, and relate to others, is aligned with that inner sense of my identity and who I am. So very passionate about that. And look, it's going to lead to purpose and wanting to live out that purpose and carry out that purpose in my work, in my interactions, and in my relationships. Man, I am talking too fast. Slow down, Tom. Take a breath. You know what? I'm going to get a drink of water. Okay. Consistency. Consistency would be number three. Why consistency? Well, because when you have this strong sense of who you are and what you believe, and you're living by those principles don't change very often. It's not like every day you wake up and, I think I'll change my convictions. No, it's pretty constant. And so this person, where they stand, you pretty much can know how they're going to respond to a question. You pretty much know how they're going to respond in a situation or faced with a challenge, because they're very stable people. They're going to be stable people who are passionate about what they believe in, who live on point and live on purpose, and they're consistent in that they don't waver and they don't waffle and they don't change. Now, like a 9, for example, they may bend in order to get along with people, but they're going to remain consistent to that core value of trying to get along with people and trying to understand people, and that's probably not going to change that much. All right, number 4, a strong work ethic. So people characterized by the strength of belief are going to tend to be people who have a strong work ethic. They desire satisfaction from their work and work that aligns with their values, and this can result with a strong work ethic and dedication. Man, solid people. You could build a country out of these kinds of people. You could build a church. You could build a business out of these kinds of people. If they can make some room for other people to hold their convictions as well, especially if they see their work as a way of giving back to others, or mentoring others, or helping others, or demonstrating care and making a difference in the lives of others. Number 5, sacrifice for their values. If you believe these things so strongly and you're convicted by them, and you think the world should understand these values, they should appreciate these values, there's going to be a general willingness to make sacrifices in order to accomplish, in order to share, in order to enrich the lives of others. And at times, they may make sacrifices to endure hardships if they believe that those sacrifices are going to help the greater good or help the greater purpose. Okay? And last, number 6 is influence. People with belief will probably be very influential in that they're often going to inspire others, because a lot of people, are just waffle around, wave around. They have no real sense of who they are, what they believe. And then when you see this person who's like a rock, who's stable, who knows who they are, knows their identity, knows what they believe, that's going to be very attractive to somebody who's maybe struggling with those kinds of things. And so that authenticity, that passion of conviction, somebody who holds and expresses their values could be very attractive if you maybe are like that yourself, or if you need some of that stability in your life. Okay, so what can we do? What steps can we take to grow in this? Well, I think probably the number one most important thing for all of us in this is just a little bit more self-reflection. So maybe just sitting back, turning off the TV, turning off all the electronics, and just asking ourselves, like, who am I? What do I care about? What do I believe? Where did I come from? Where am I going? What's right and wrong? How do I determine these things? Maybe get a journal out, and just do some self-reflection. You know, it wouldn't hurt to get a Bible open, or if not the Bible, then if that's not, if you're not open to that, then maybe some philosophy or something. Get something out that will challenge you. A book of fantastic quotes. Get a book of important quotes and just think about these things and ask yourself some of these tough questions. Who am I? What do I believe? What am I not willing to back down on? What am I not willing to change? What am I convicted about? What beliefs hold me? Not just what beliefs do I hold, but what would I never give up? What would I never back down from? And a little bit of self-reflection could go a long way. Just stopping and pausing and allowing ourselves to get to know ourselves a little bit better. Journaling would be very helpful, I think, in this. And maybe even journaling specifically to write down, what do you think about these convictions? You could take, for example, a list like the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control. You could take each one of those and say, what do I believe about love? What bothers me about love? How can I express love? Or how do I feel when I feel loved by others? Love, joy, peace, patience, and just maybe work through something as simple as that. I think another thing might be to have discussions with people about these topics. Just sit down and ask somebody that can think for themselves. Sit down and ask somebody, because not everybody wants to do this kind of work. I get it. Sit down and ask somebody, like, how do you know what is right and wrong? And how do you decide what is right and wrong? And do you feel like your beliefs align? Or do you feel like your actions always align with your beliefs? And when does it not? And what are you convicted by? Convicted like taken away to prison. That may be true too. But what are your convictions? What are the things you would never waver on, you would never back down on? I think just engaging people in these kind of discussions. Let's get beyond the weather and football and Marvel comics. Let's get beyond that into some of these deeper things. There are people out there that will have these discussions with you. So, let's have these discussions. I think you could probably volunteer for an organization. Try to find some organization that aligns with your convictions. Something, that you feel like is making a difference in the world. If it's not your job, then maybe you need to realize that. That might mean you need to change jobs. Maybe not, but you can certainly volunteer for organizations that carry out your belief system. Like, for example, there's no reason why you couldn't go on a missionary trip to Mexico or to anywhere. We've been on mission trips to Canada. You can go on mission trips to Kentucky. All right, that's where I was born and raised. Yeah, and a lot of churches do. You can go on missionary trips. This is, hey, look, remember the word here for this belief person, the metaphor was a missionary. So, man, think of a children's home somewhere, or an orphanage somewhere, or a hospital. Find some place that is doing something that you are passionate about. And if it's environmental stuff, then find some organization that is making a difference. Not somebody that's just waving flags and screaming at people, but somewhere that's actually making a difference for other people, making people's lives better, enriching something. You're like, man, everybody ought to care about this. Find something that aligns with your passion and be passionate about it. Be passionate about it and get other people passionate about it. So I think these are some things that, and of course we could all work on integrity and trying to, have higher integrity in our lives. But I think this is a good place for us to begin this discussion. All right, how do I tap deeper and grow in this, strength of belief, be stronger about my convictions, share those convictions, not, waver in those. And again, I think this is probably to bridge this with the Enneagram. You're probably talking about type 1s first, okay? And type 3s could probably grow in this, and 7s as well, so I'm not picking on 3s. But I think type 2s would probably align with a lot of this, especially 2-wing 1s. Sixes, especially social sixes, you know, what do we believe and what group am I a part of? And, you know, they value trust and loyalty and adhering to systems and belief structures and people that provide that kind of security and support. And so I think I could see sixes, like my mom, a social six, wing 5, very much aligned with this way of thinking. And then again, probably peacemakers. I would say those would be where I would start. Those people might have an advantage on this strength, just definitely ones. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for this video. I hope it's helpful. Let's all make a commitment that, you know, we're going to work to get to know ourselves better, align our exterior selves with our interior selves, develop that interior self, be people of conviction, be people with integrity, be people with passion and purpose, and carry that out in this world. Let's make a difference together in this world. You can make a difference. You can. You got so many people in your life that you're connected to already, and you could be a mentor, you could be an influencer. Realize this, you already are. It's just, are you influencing in a way that's moving people forward? Are you influencing people in a way that's moving them back or letting them remain stagnant? Let's not do that. Let's all agree to move forward together in life. And as always, be present to life. Don't let life pass you by because, you know, you're so focused on the way things could be that you're not really present to the way things are. So let's all grow in this belief together. Thank you, and we'll live lives beyond belief.